Hi, and it's Jane from Fabulous Can again. Anyway, I thought I'd quickly spend 10 minutes explaining to you guys how I travelled to an amber country on holiday. I've literally just come back about a week ago, and to say the least, it was very stressful prior to going before I knew anything. Now that I know everything, I kind of feel much more relaxed. Okay, I've written a few notes, so I'll keep looking at my notepad just to let you know what I did and how I did it. So this is in case Turkey does go to amber. Travelling to amber was very stressful. I was concerned about everything, all the documents, because I had myself and my partner vaccinated and my 2 children weren't, and their friend. So I knew that there was going to be obstacles. Therefore, the first thing I did is I booked a holiday. So I went to Ibiza. I did go through a tour operator, which made it a little bit easier, but I will still go through the steps of what to do. The first thing I did, because I was going to Spain, I filled out an SPTH form, which is a Spanish form, the same as an English locator form. So you download that, you can start filling that out, but you will see that it will block you at certain points because you don't have other information, and they don't allow you to do it completely until 2 days before. Then if you have, so you fill that out, keep the app on your phone. What I tend to do, I tend to have a folder with travel written on it. All these apps and all the information go inside this folder, so it's all on my phone. If you're travelling with people, something that I did find very useful was having a WhatsApp with all of us, and every bit of information, any form that we'd filled out, we would load it onto this WhatsApp. So just in case somebody's phone didn't work at the airport, there was another load of people who had the same forms on their WhatsApps. So make sure if you are travelling with family, still have a family WhatsApp with all these things on it, which is really, really handy to have. So if you've had a double vaccine, you just had to fill out this 2-day form before for Spanish to go in with the details of your double vaccine. Make sure you've got NHS, the blue NHS, again, app downloaded with your double vaccine on there. So that shows, which is something you will need to show at the airport. Again, if you can, take a photo of it, put it into the WhatsApp. If you didn't have a double vaccine, i.e. my kids were under 18, I took them to Express Test. They were based everywhere, but I took them to Heathrow one, but you can go to Gatwick, and it was £59. And usually those tests come back to you within the next day at 10 p.m. Sometimes they say it could take 2 days, but we were lucky and it did come back, and I've not heard any different. So if I was you, make sure that you book these tests, giving yourself, depending on how many days the country you're going to needs. But this one was 48 hours, and then it changed literally the day we got through the test to 72 hours, but it's fine. But make sure that you give yourself room, because it's not from the day you do the test to the day you fly. It's from the day and the time you do the test to the day and the time you land. So if I was you, if say you are going somewhere and you land at 10 o'clock in the morning, say 4 o'clock in the afternoon, make sure you go and do that test if possible. Hold on, I have to work this one out. So if you're landing, say at midday in the country, you will then need 72 hours prior to that. But what I would do is don't do it 72 hours. Do it, if you can, 65 hours. So that when you get to the airport at the other end, you've still got 10 hours just in case you get delayed. I hope that made sense. So if you're landing at 12, go and get a test done at 5 p.m. 2 days before, or 5 p.m. 3 days before. So that it gives you those 5 hours extra. That's just one sort of advice that I do give. So you go and do this. It's a drive-through, very easy. And within, as I said, a few hours, they send you the test by email and by text message. Make sure you take a snap, or again, I keep losing my words, a snapshot, sort of a picture of the test results, put them in that WhatsApp, so that when you get to the airport, you can show them, because that's all they want to see. So that is for the express test non-vaccinated people, and that is £59. Then you get there. I found that we got to the airport, we just had to show the double vaccine, we had to show the Spanish form that we'd filled out, and that the girls had theirs, and this was at the other end mainly. At our end, it wasn't as bad, but it was in Spain. We had to show all the documents, which was fine, no problem. Showed them, through we went. And then we had our holiday, and it was amazing. So it was all worth it. Then, 2 days before you return, one little trick that I have done. You have to do a test. The company that we use send it to you, and you do it 2 days before you fly, and you input it all onto a system, and they end up helping you do this. They tell you how to do it so that you don't have to go anywhere, because a lot of people in Spain were going to chemists and they were paying 50, 60 euros. This one here, we have found it in, it's called Chronomics, and it's £28. They will send it to you, so make sure you buy it a good 10 days before you fly, so it gets to you before, so that you take it with you. And you will do this 2 days before you travel back to England, which is a fit to fly test. And then you'll upload it onto the system, and they will accept all of that. Again, they will send you a form, put it on your WhatsApp, and keep it all available. The Chronomics one, as I said, is £28. You fill that out. Now, the only trick that I did find that was right for me to do, and we actually gave some to people that we met, take your lateral flow ones, take one each, for all of you to do that before you take this test, because you've paid for this test, and this is the test to let you back into England. So if for any reason you are positive, make sure that the lateral flow test shows it to you, and then you're going to have to decide what to do. Whether you take the Chronomics test and you end up having to go into quarantine, or you extend your holiday and sit in a room and do whatever you need to do. That's my only advice. Do take a lateral flow test per person. Take a few extra if you need. You know we can get these free from the NHS, and do that before you do the Chronomics Fit to Fly test, which is £28. Do all of that, put it all on the form, and then you will have a form to fill out, which is a passenger locator form to come back to the UK. When you're filling that out, it will ask you all the information about what test you've done, so you can really only do that after you've done these Fit to Fly tests. As soon as that's all been done, you are then having to fly back, which is fine, but the only thing that I will say to you is before you leave the country, UK, if you can, order your day +2 test, which is the day 2 test of when you come back, because that's something else they may ask you to see if you actually got that. So make sure that's booked. And the people that I have found, Chronomics do it as well, but it's slightly more expensive, but I have found Expert Medical, which are £28, and they're actually government guaranteed, so the government is happy with that. So you've got express tests for no vaccine before you fly to go and do the test. Then you have got Chronomics, which is 2 days before you fly back home. And then you've got Expert Medicals, which is day 2 when you come back, £28 again. Make sure though everything is ordered, and everything is ordered before you leave for your holiday, and keep a track of everything that you're doing. As I said, in the WhatsApp, it's the most important thing, and it's probably the best thing to do. Other than that, we did all of this. In Spain, they checked us at the check-in, and they wanted all the information, which was fine. My other half's app wasn't opening, the NHS app, to show his vaccine, so we panicked, and that's why we said straight away, all things like that have to go on this WhatsApp. Finally, thank God it did open, but if it doesn't, you know that you've got another 3-4 people in your group who have got the same documentation, and they can show it off their phones. So make sure that you do that. But otherwise, that is it. We got to the airport in Spain, checked in, did everything. That took a bit longer because there's a few more forms. But when we got back to Gatwick, I've never been through Gatwick so fast. There was no queues, no nothing. We went through the passport check, which is with the eyes. My kids did as well because they're over 16. And boom, we were through. No checks, no nothing. So I think they've taken that off England to do. It's up to the tour operators doing it at the other end. And that's it. And I've come back. I have got the holiday blues. I want to go away again. Especially I'm double vaccinated. I know that I can now go away again, and it's absolutely fine. So don't be scared, guys. The only thing is your health and everything, and that's your choice. But as for filling out the forms, I hope this has helped. Just make sure you go onto the government website to find out when Turkey does open as amber, what form is needed to fly to Turkey. They may not need a double jab, or they may not need a test to show that you're negative to fly out there. They may not need a form, but if they do, it will be on the government website, so you can actually check that for Turkey. Otherwise, these are all the information that I can give you. If you've got any other questions, give me a call, or actually send me a message. I'm very happy to reply and give you the links for all these things. But I do know a lot of friends have been asking me, what do I do? How do I do it? Was it scary? Not at all. I was stressed at the beginning. I will absolutely admit to that. I was so stressed. But after it was all done and now I've done it, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all, she says. Anyway, let's hope Turkey goes to amber, and I am praying for Turkey for all the fires at the moment, which has actually really upset me, seeing all these lovely people and the animals. And I mean, the one that hit me the most was the 2 cows sitting on the beach under an umbrella, which was a beautiful picture, and I think I've put it on my group. But I do, I mean, it's kind of welling me up a little bit now, because I find it really sad what's happened. So let's just hope these fires stop soon and Turkey has a bit of luck and we go into amber soon. But anything at all you need, do get in touch with me. I'm always here, happy to help. I'm taking bookings at the moment for September, October and next year. They're coming in, so get booking, get looking, and let's roll on to Kalkan. Anyway, take care everybody, and lots of love. Bye.